All right, folks, we're going to get started in just a minute. Running a 60-second ad break, and when that ad break is over, then our stream proper begins. If you're hearing my voice right now, you are watching the VOD later, and maybe the YouTube VOD, depending. Hopefully, this is the YouTube VOD on Saturdays. I try to upload that, but if I get disconnected, then maybe it won't be, or some other nonsense happens. Anyway, I'm going to have a local copy no matter what. But if you're live and it's Saturday and you're hearing this, then you are a subscriber and you are just waiting for me to stop talking about this and starting the stream proper so we can get working on a model kit and all that nonsense. All the stuff we got to do. I got to build legs and feet and a backpack and make weapons look nice and put the whole thing together. And I'm going to do that. And talk to you about a variety of things, some good, some bad. And we're finally going to get an update on check in on something. But we're going to get started in just a moment or two. Get ready for it. The stream starts very soon. Okay. Meow. Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego the Scythe, the tier blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can apply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you feel like lurking, you can go ahead and lurk. That's also okay. Before the stream really kicked off, PG Name said hello. Hello to you. John said we got stuff to do, which is true. And also cat ears, hello. Vicky says hello. Hello, Vicky. John is here. Lashberg is here. Ghost Valve is here. Of course, welcome to all of you. Welcome. It's Saturday night. I'm working on the Gundam Aerial SD EX-Standard, as you can see here. On Thursday's stream, we did the head, we did the chest, we did the waist, and we did the arms of this kit. We still got the legs and the feet and the backpack and the weapons. Plenty of stuff here. We're probably going to finish this kit up tonight. That's the plan. Maybe we actually have to postpone it. I kind of don't want to because on Monday, I'm going to do something else. Something that is not my current backlog of model kits. Going to jump in because it'll be Halloween. And I got this knockoff Lego set here. This Saurita Lego set here, or fake Lego brick kit. And it comes with 3 sets here of a jack-o'-lantern and a ghost and a vampire. 370 pieces. And on Monday, the day before Halloween, which of course is Mischief Night, in certain parts of the United States, they call it Mischief Night. And some other parts of this country don't call it anything because it's not a thing. But the night before Halloween, in some parts of the Mid-Atlantic and lower New England region is called Mischief Night. But it'll be close to Halloween. We're going to work on a Halloween-themed Lego knockoff. And then on Tuesday, reminder that I will be playing the spookiest part of Persona 4 Golden with mods. That's right, Naoto's Dungeon, which is somewhat thematically appropriate, but also all of the people entering that dungeon will be wearing Halloween costumes, because you can unlock Halloween costumes in the game, and if you cheat, you just have them. So I have everybody loaded up with Halloween costumes, and we'll be able to look at those as we cheat our way through Persona 4 Golden with mods. That is yes, it is a horror show. Gender identity, or gender confusion, I should say. Gender confusion, is definitely a horror. And also, Naoto Shadow is dressed as a mad scientist, so it works. It works more than I thought originally when I was like, what am I going to do for Halloween? And I was like, I kind of want to play Persona 4 Golden with mods and cheats. And I got some new mods to talk about as well. So we'll have things to discuss that Tuesday, but it's Saturday. I'm working on a cool model kit. Oh, also, I was going to wait till Monday, but I just decided to do it. I got the cat ears. You may have noticed that I have these Velcro cat ears that I can attach to my headphones because I wore them on Monday's video, Pat Bear's Anime Club, about Halloween, non-spooky Halloween anime. and I wore it in Wednesday's Baerly Rehearsed, which is based on a true story, kind of. But yeah, anyway, I've talked enough. I'm going to talk more, but I also have talked enough. It's both of those things. I'm going to repost this. We'll go over here. Hell yeah. And then we'll get into building. Boom. There we go. Let's work on a leg. We're going to do one leg here. Please use the stickered 19 as you like. This kit already has some stickers, and it's like, oh, you can put 19 on A3 or A1. A1, 3. We can put a sticker on. Oh, clear sticker. So I think we can put this sticker on underneath this if we want to. Or we don't have to put it on. We're going to put it on. I just have to see if we actually can put this on. It goes like this. It's going in the middle of the leg. So we'll take a look at it here. I might be able to stick this sticker. I might have to trim it if I do. I'll probably just put it on the outside because it'll be easier to do it on the outside. So I'm probably just going to do it on the outside, which is sticker 19. But I like that they're like, use it if you want, but we're going to use it. Again, the head is the only part where the sticker goes underneath the pieces, where in the high grades and master grade, I am to believe. I've not built the aerial master grade, or the full mechanics aerial, I should say. I have not built that, so I don't know. But normally you would put this cool sticker underneath the plastic, but we're not going to do that. We'll put it over it, and it'll still look fucking rad over it. I'm not going to get too deep into this because I don't have the details. But it was announced via the generally awful, but when it comes to things like this, credible, TMZ is reporting that Matthew Perry passed away this evening due to apparently drowning, cause of death drowning. Again, I have no more details than that, but TMZ is unfortunately only credible when it comes to this sort of information. I don't know if there's been an official statement made or anything to the effect. I do not know any details beyond that I can share with you. But of course, when it comes to people who are facing addiction, we want them to have the space to conquer that addiction, to get better, to struggle with it, to succeed. We're always pulling for people to be able to better themselves. And I hope that Matthew Perry found some comfort in recovery, and hope he rests well. Yes, Lord Crashington, hello. It is awful news. Matthew Perry, of course, famous for, it's Friends, right? Look, Matthew Perry was in other things. He was in some movies. He was in some good movies, some bad movies. He was in some TV shows that weren't Friends. But Matthew Perry, famous for Friends. Fallout New Vegas. Yes, a voice in Fallout New Vegas. But really, let's be real, famous for Friends. And if the thing you're famous for is an incredibly popular and well-regarded sitcom that certainly has its faults, but also was enjoyed by many, many people, then all right, that's pretty fucking good. If your legacy is he was a cast member in a very good television show that people liked, it's pretty good. Yeah, most people who audition for television do not get on television. So let's say here, the highest is the amount of people that try to get onto TV, right? That's the high, huge, unbelievable number. The amount of people that get cast, incredibly low. The amount of those shows where they cast actors that get to television, incredibly, incredibly low. That make it a full season, lower still. That make it a second season, lower still. That become an institution, unbelievably difficult to pull that off. Remarkably hard. People would kill for the, like, to this day, some people are able to book work in other fields based on one appearance on a TV show. You know? Like, or a couple, like, Doug Benson has an empire of weed-based nonsense, and he does well for himself. For many years, Doug Benson's television credit was he's in one episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So it's like, from Curb Your Enthusiasm, because you need a credit, and that was his. And before that, his credit was Friends, because he has like a pretty memorable line in Friends once. But like, hey, Doug Benson was on Friends. Like, that's his credit. For years, that was his credit, because it's a good credit. It, like, yeah, sure, all right. That's what you did? Yeah. What were you? How were you? No, oh, you just one time? You were just on Friends once? Yeah, all right. Great. Good for you, dude. Hell yeah. Make the most of it. There are so many fucking stickers to put on this kit. Holy shit. I always felt good for an actor when I see they have a good recurring role at least one show, and even more so when they've done that in multiple shows. Yeah, like, I mean, like, it's incredible to get anything, right? And then the idea that it's reoccurring is phenomenal. It is so unlikely, and people, you know, fight so hard. Like, I never wanted to ever, like, obviously I've had incredibly minor amounts of television time, but I have had television time. At no point in doing that did I ever pitch. Actually, let me take that back. I did that once. I pitched myself one time again, because I was talking with then a writer for Late Night with Jimmy Fallon at the time, that I knew from stand-up stuff. He was a stand-up that had done quite a few things, and he and I were talking about some stuff, and mentioned, you know, he mentions like, oh, you had we had so much fun having you on the show, because I had done, you know, a little bit with them, and I was like, yeah, I mean, if there's ever another, like, I know you Lick It for 10 doesn't have repeat characters, but if there's ever a time where you think, you know, we could have a Lick It for 10 come back and do something, like, let me know. I would love to do something, like, I don't know, if it resonated with people, if people thought it was fun. Where does sticker 38 go? I got to open up a big photo of this kit, because I really have no idea where some of these items should go here. So hold on. The instructions here about where stickers go is very bad. So I'm going to cheat / help myself by opening up a big photo of the render of this model kit. And that way I can look at it and see. So here's the knee. This sticker goes there. Is that right? No, because that's 38 goes somewhere. I literally can't see where sticker 38 goes. 39 goes there, and 40 goes there, and 42 goes there. So 40 is that. Okay, that's 40. Or those two stickers. 40 goes on. Fucking, I don't know where that goes. I really, like, legitimately, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I have no idea where this sticker is supposed to go on here. Because it's the back. You know what it is? Oh, I know why I can't figure out some of these stickers. Because this is the back of the kit. Like, that's why I can't figure it out. Because I'm like, well, where are these stickers supposed to go? Because I can't see the back of the legs in this photo. Let me see if this... Yeah, I can't really. All right, I'm gonna just say I don't know where that sticker goes. This is the back of the kit. It's fine that I don't know where that goes. We'll move on because I don't know where that's supposed to go. Anyway, I have other stuff to talk about as I fucking somehow struggle with this goddamn model kit. I knew that there'd be a lot of stickers. I didn't know it'd be that many. Latsberg says, I think there's supposed to be like yellow grill bits on the back of the leg. Yeah, that's what I think. I just can't see exactly where they're supposed to go. It's not that helpful. And Te Mysterio says, Te Maestro says, I completed my first Gunpla today, an Intrograde RX-78. It was fun. Hell yeah. Also, hi, Dirty. Hell yeah. Intrograde is a perfect place to begin. I'm glad you had fun with it. Yeah, the RX-782 is a fantastic spot to go in there. Dirty wants me to hit the dance button, and I will. Here's the dance button. Did I build this leg wrong? No. That song is silly in a way that I really enjoy. Okay. So I am now going to try to apply as many of these stickers as I can figure out. We'll just say that. We're just going to say Pat's going to apply a bunch of stickers onto this kit and just fucking hope that he's doing any of it right and any of it feels accurate and makes any sense. I kind of care, but I kind of don't care. It's like the knee area on the front. But this is the back of the leg. That's the problem. This is the back of the leg. So why am I putting why am I putting any stickers on the back of the leg? That's my question. Like what? What am I doing? Why am I doing that? This is the front of the leg, and there are stickers that go on there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put 41 on here. I got a more complicated one prior, a Mega Man 01 because it looked cool. Don't enjoy putting on stickers. It's stressful. We'll complete it one day. I mean, the Mega Man, I've never built any of the Mega Man model kits because they are fairly pricey, and I just have never gotten around to picking one up at a reasonable price. But yeah, everything I hear says that is, those can be difficult. Stickers can be tough. My issue tonight is not the difficulty of applying stickers, which I've gotten better at over time. My issue is mainly that this booklet, because this kit is small, the booklet that comes with the instructions is small. And that combination is terrible. The combination of a small booklet and lots of instructions that need to go in that small booklet is rough. So yeah, I'm only going to focus now on doing these stickers for the front of the legs here. And I am not going to worry about stickers that go on the back of this kit because I don't have to care about those stickers. But these front stickers make a lot of sense, so that's fine. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, we occasionally on this channel, on these streams, we talk about technology, and we got in the habit during the beginning dark times of the takeover of Twitter to kind of talk a bit about what was going on with Elon Musk's website and the highs, the minuscule highs, and the many, many lows. And I have an update. So a change has been made about getting paid by Twitter. You may know this, that if you have X Premium, formerly known as Twitter Blue, if you have X Premium, then you can get paid for some of your tweets. You put some tweets out there, it gets some engagement, and then people can, engage with it, and you make impressions out there. You get some impressions, and that translates to dollars. And in the very beginning, people were making so much money. It was happening. These, fairly big named nonsense bullshit accounts that just do rage engagement, were getting some money. They were getting some big payouts. Well, they're getting less big payouts now. And so people were kind of curious about why that was happening. In fact, one person who I won't, name because I don't want to engage with them on any level other than it, it's humorous to me. They posted a copy of their statement, which was $17.14 has been deposited to your account. And they said, last month I had 16 million impressions. And it's like, yeah, what happened? Like, people were viewing stuff. Like, this person has, some amount of notoriety on the internet. Some amount of people have been engaging. Now, of course, what kind of engagement was that? Was it all good engagement? Was it all like in good faith? Or was it a bunch of nonsense and silliness? Whatever. That's besides the point. But that should have led to money. Right? Like thousands of dollars. Well, there's been a change. Ad revenue sharing is the thing, right? It's ad revenue sharing. How do you qualify for ad revenue sharing? Well, you have X Premium, so you got Twitter Blue. That's important. So you do that part. Here's the other part. You're eligible to get paid for your posts. As a premium or verified organization subscriber, so, Twitter Blue, you are automatically eligible for ad revenue sharing. And here's the other part of it. Your payout is based on the number of verified impressions on ads shown in the replies to your posts. Now, that use of verified made people think, wait, does that mean you only get paid if people who also are fucking around on, that have premium look at your stuff? No, that's not what this means. What does this mean? It means that you only get paid if people click on your thing and look at the ad below your very popular post. So you have to look at reply. So not only do you have to make money, do you have to have something that blows up and a bunch of people look at, they have to click on it and look at the replies and look at the ad in the replies. So honestly, retweeting to dunk isn't that bad anymore because people would actually have to click on the thing that you are dunking on and then look at ads. And also, who verifies an impression of an ad? X does. So it's obviously nobody else would. They're the only ones that would verify that. So you just have to trust them that they are paying you for that. And it means that at the very least, or we'll say the other part. Jam just subscribed with Prime. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego the site, the tier 2 blue emote in chat. And thank you very much, Jam, for 69 months. Nice. That is very nice. Thank you, Jam. Let's throw the emotes in the chat and thank Jam very much for that. That's very awesome. And welcome, Jam. So that means that an ad blocker. Oh, Dirty wants me to ring the bell. Let me just finish my thought and I will ring the bell. Thank you, Dirty. I will ring the bell. Let me just finish this thought. That means that if you don't use it for anywhere else, at the very least, please use an ad blocker when you are watching, when you are reading Twitter on a desktop. At the very least, please have an ad blocker on Twitter, because you not looking at ads literally hurts people who are willing to pay Elon Musk money to post things to try to make money and say the worst things possible in order to get engagement. So you're doing your part by not engaging with them in any way, shape, or form. So basically, the people that were making money on Twitter are not going to be making money on Twitter anymore, because they need to have a viral tweet, which is harder and harder because of the algorithms and also the lack of, the dwindling amount of people on there. And then also, they have to look at a viral tweet, click on that viral tweet, scroll down, look at an ad for long enough that it trips some kind of metric, and then that person will get paid. It's very silly. I rang the bell. Thank you, Dirty, for using your channel points on the bell. I have now rang that bell. Other things. Let's see. In anime news, there's going to be a 3-part OVA, which is not canon, but was written by the light novel author. So it is not, for, I should say what the show is for, That Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime. That's coming out November 1st / October 31st, depending on where you are in the world. It is a 3-part OVA. It will be on Crunchyroll, day and date. Sometimes OVAs, you never know, or OADs, you never know. Apparently, these stories, the written parts of the stories are all out there. They were like bonus chapters that came with the Blu-rays, but now it's being animated as a 3-parter. And it will, I should say the name of it, Kingdom of Colorus. And apparently it is one of those things, like I said, it is it's non-canon and not canon. And it was a 4-part in the Season 2 Blu-ray. And it takes place between Season 1 and 2, which is where most of the OVAs take place, because the anime skipped a bunch of stuff. So, and then came back to it, because they wanted an ending for their first season. So if you like that series, like I do, I thought the movie was pretty good, which again, non-canon, but written by the creator. I think, totally worth taking a look at. That's out next week. In other small small news, we are so close, friends. There was the final trailer came out. The wait is almost over for fans of the series. The very end of the final season, the final part of the final season of Attack on Titan is November 5th, the special 2. So for a while there, it was being called it's the final chapters part 2, but some people are calling it the final season part 4. I was calling it Attack on Titan final season part 3 part 2, which apparently is a little inaccurate. So, Unjan, we don't actually know. Unjan asked the important question, after November 5th, is it done? Because we don't know what the special is going to be. There exists the possibility, Unjan, that the special doesn't finish the manga story. That's possible. Now, people are saying, oh, it should, because what else was going to go in there, and they wouldn't do this. But also, way back when they announced the final season, they didn't say when the final season started fucking airing, part 1 of the final season started airing December 7th, 2020, and then aired for 16 episodes and ended March 29th, 2021. They didn't say, oh, this is part 1. They just said it's the final season, and then it didn't end the series. And people were like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, there's more coming. Just wait almost a full fucking year for part 2, which will be 28 episodes. And then wait over a year for part 1, and then many, many months for part 2 of the final. Yes, the whole series started April. The whole series has aired for 10 years. It'll be over 10 years of an anime, which is a lot, obviously. Now, will this finally finish the fight and finish the story? Maybe. Well, here's the thing, John. You don't ever have to stop making money on things that make money. You don't. If it was bad financially, they wouldn't have finished it. They wouldn't do it. Yeah, it's capitalism, yeah. Here's the other thing. The ending of the manga isn't good. It's not a fun. Forget fun. It's not a satisfactory or interesting ending. In fact, most of the last like arc of the manga is considered bad, but it doesn't matter because people will watch it because there's a lot of money in merchandise. So it's going to happen. And again, there is a side story, which is not a continuation, is a side story that is coming in an art book. And I could see that getting made into an ONA or an OVA at some point. At some point, I could see that happening and like coming out with like a best of Blu-ray edition. And then maybe it gets brought over here. But I should say this. So a good indication of a global interest in a product is there are a few shows out there that were so popular that both Crunchyroll and Funimation aired. They aired on both. And that was a mark of a big deal. Attack on Titan, that's a big deal that it was on both. One Piece on both. Dragon Ball Super on both. My Hero Academia on both. That was a mark that this series, there were some exceptions to that, but for the most part, that is a mark that a series is so globally popular that neither company could really afford to have it locked and to be the exclusive partner of it. That is generally an indication of that. Is that an indication of quality? Fuck no. But we've talked about this before, how there are anime that did not need to have a final season, and in fact, tarnished their legacy. The pandemic hurt it, of course, but Food Wars, the last season of Food Wars shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have produced it because the last arc of the manga isn't good. They adapted a not good part of the story. If they had ended it with the fourth fourth season, and tacked on the last scene of what was the fifth plate, the final season, that would have been satisfactory. You know, like, oh, he's the top guy at the school. She's the new superintendent. She's the new boss of the school. Everyone's kind of hanging out. There's a little bit of romance here and there. And then we'll cut to the future. But instead, they were like, no. Let's introduce a shitty protagonist or antagonist with a bunch of dollar store Yu-Gi-Oh! Mini bosses. And then it'll be convoluted, and then we'll explain the things that nobody gives a shit about. It was so bad. And everyone knew, the manga people knew. They knew. It's like, hey, this is bad. Good luck, anime only watchers, because you're going to not enjoy this at all. And they didn't enjoy it that much, because it's not good. You know what? I'm going to do the foot next because the foot is easy, and I want to build an easy thing right at this moment. At this very moment, I just want to build something a little easy. So let's just do the foot, and then we'll build the other leg. It's not that difficult. It's a little difficult. Let's see. So that's all the anime news. Now I'd like to get mad about something, as if I haven't been a little, high strung about a few things here and there, but So, there's a game out there. It is a free-to-play, loot shooter, get in, get out, accomplish a mission. It is in not even early access. It is in beta testing. It is backed by some big companies. It looks like it'll be a big deal. People seem to enjoy it, and that is called The Finals. The Finals is a game. Now, you may have heard of Finals because it went into beta, and maybe you played it, or you know some people that played it, and you're running around. And one of the things that's kind of neat is it's treated like it is a big esport, the game itself. Not the game, the Finals, the game within the game. The game your characters are playing in the Finals has the vibes of, oh, this is a big deal, this is a big thing that's happening here. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, you think like, oh, they have a bunch of different announcers and they have a bunch of canned dialogue that gets said and They kind of communicate with each other and they react to what's happening in the game. And that's neat. That's a neat tech that they're like, like they have like created a in-game director to kind of make those decisions and call the plays as it happens. And that's very cool. And John says, as long as they don't use any AI voice assets, everything should be fine. Well, everything is not fine because the announcers are all AI voices. All AI voices, because it's, according to developers, a lot cheaper and easier because you don't have to do placeholder text or audio, which you could just do with AI and then replace it with real people. And it's faster. The pipeline's faster and it's way cheaper. So it's the future. So what I'm saying is, fuck this game. Fuck it. I don't care. Also, it sounds bad. Now, people have said, well, when you're in the game and you're in the middle of it, you don't really hear it because of post-processing and all that. Well, then that's also bad. If you can't hear you can't hear these announcers, then it's a waste of everyone's time. But if you can hear the announcers and they sound like ass and they sound bad, that's also a bad thing. And there are some clips out there where you wouldn't really notice. It apparently depends on the announcer. Some of them, the commentators, some of them really noticeable because it's bad. And other times not as noticeable. Here's the thing. Voice actors in video games don't get paid a lot for the amount of hours and stress they do. The stress they put on their voices, the requests that they're made, the amount of time they have to that. Also, gaming notoriously is such a close, like if you audition for Rockstar, you don't know you're auditioning for Rockstar. You audition for a games company they made up. They make up game names. They don't tell you anything, what it's about or anything like that. You go in, you audition, you don't know. Then you find out later, oh, okay, this is a Rockstar game. I'm doing a voice for, they're doing a Western. Okay. A friend of mine was like, hey, I'm going to the only place in Queens. I'm going to Queens to audition for some voice stuff. And I went, oh, you're doing a Rockstar game. And he went, no, it's this company. I went, no, it's a Rockstar game. And he goes, I don't think so. And I went, no, you're auditioning for a Rockstar game. They're the only big video game company that uses that studio in Queens for their auditions and their recordings. Silver Cup. That's where they did 30 Rock. That's where you're going. And then months later, he was like, oh, hey, I booked a game. I can't tell you what it is. And I was like, is it Red Dead? And he went, what? And then, yeah, my buddy Doug did various voices in Red Dead, the latest Red Dead. And I was like, yeah, all right. A buddy of mine was the voice of the cook in that. And similar things. He did not know he was. But yeah, so much about voice acting is complete trash, and this is not going to make things better or in any way, shape, or form, because people are going to convince themselves that this is that the amount of time that they spend on making it not sound like ass is good. That is that they're fooling themselves into thinking that spending all this time on AI. When people tell you, well, AI is the future, so just get used to it. Tell them to fuck off. And you can just stop talking to them, right? You can just stop communicating with those people because there's no such thing. There's no way to predict what is the future of anything because the person that's telling you that is just someone that is a defeatist or believes that their future is tied to that thing. But when people were like, well, it's not, it's going to be used in this way. You don't fucking know. What if it doesn't work that way? What if the people who train AI, who are spending a lot of money to do it, go out of business? What then? What do you do then? Is your company going to invest the money to run the shit? No, it's not. You're just going to hire people. I have people that tell me, well, my job isn't being protected, so screw other people if AI takes their jobs. Yes, because they think that because their job isn't protected, so why should other people? That is the defeatist attitude of folks that are mad that people get more money because their unions are good. Instead of being mad that they are not in a union, they are mad that other unions are doing well, which is a shame and has collectively been an issue. Don't side with billionaires. Side with people. Side with your fellow man. That is always a foolish thing. It's aspire to be a billionaire. Go ahead. Fuck you and go ahead. Aspire to make that money and make those prestigious things and get ahead and get into the class where you cannot be a union member because you are so high in the organization at work that you are one of the people that hates unions because of that. Fine. But in the meantime, support everybody else. And then when it's your time, they'll support you. Yep. It's very frustrating. I know a lot of people are like, well, if the game comes out faster, what's the point? What's the problem? It's like, well, it won't. The game won't come out any faster. That's the thing. These cost-cutting measures that people do, these shortcuts they take, it actually never is going to benefit you. Because you're the... Video games are made to sell video games, right? We can say there are people out there that have creative vision, that are gamers themselves. They have drive, they have ambition, they have theories on what and they have visions of making this thing and bringing their creative ideas to light, and all of those very good things. But most part, video games come out so that you will buy that video game. And despite that, despite you being the consumer and you being the person that makes the video games possible by buying them, you are not of a concern to people who have the money that are investing that money in the development of that video game. And it's very weird, but it's true. So that's how you can have things like, well, this is a bad player experience. That does not matter. It fucking should matter, but it doesn't matter. It would be great if it did, if it mattered way more than it does. But it unfortunately doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it's just like, well, our marketing shows that this percentage of people will just buy the thing no matter what. So we're just going to do it. We've got marketing dollars. We spent a lot of money for people who have no good track record in telling us things to tell us the thing we wanted to hear, which is that this is the way to go with this. It's like, okay. All right. And then make it. And then it'll be whatever. So yeah, you are going to hear bad AI in things. You're going to see AI art in things that you were excited about. I am not telling you not to play a video game. I'm not telling you that you should boycott and skip out on the finals. I would say if you want to send a tweet to the devs of the finals and say, hey, I listened to your dev, you have a dev series on Spotify, and I listened to it and heard you talking a lot about how you're using AI for the announcers, which you said, and I just want you to know, I don't think that's a good idea, and I wish you would just pay voice actors instead. I would encourage you to do that. Am I telling you don't play this video game? I'm not telling you that. Am I going to be playing this video game? No. Was I probably going to play this video game anyway? Also, not really, no. But it certainly it makes me not want to watch streams where people are playing it, because I don't want to hear AI voices, because I notice them and I'm sensitive to them and I hate them. I hate AI voices. I hate hearing them. They sound jarring and they sound inhuman, and so far people have not been able to make the case for, well, we're doing cool things with those voices, right? most people are like, we're doing this instead of humans. And it's like, well, that's not working out. Now, if you told me, oh, we have some robots and we're using AI to make them sound inhuman and we're pushing the uncanny valley that way on purpose, like, I'll listen to that. That's interesting. I'm sure I have played something with an AI voice that I didn't know. I'm positive that that's the case. But, if you're doing it and you're like, this replaces the humans, it's like, no, because it doesn't yet. You have friends that play the finals. It didn't interest me before this, and I personally don't support it after that. Yeah, and of course, that's up to you, right? Like I said, I'm not telling you, folks, you can't have a good time with a video game that you want to play just because it's got some AI bullshit in it. But, like, nah, your friend Pat is not interested in that. All right, we'll take a pause for the calls in about 10 minutes from now. Let's see if there's any news stories that we want to get into. There is I will put a link here. There is a bundle, an itch.io bundle for Games for Gaza fundraising bundle. And I will put a link here in chat if you are so interested. I don't know if you did. I tweeted about it. Other people have been posting about it, of course. Right now, $160,201.60 have been raised, which is 80% of their goal. An average contribution is about $15. You can buy all of it for $10. There are 11 plus days left. And currently there are 48 games, 197 physical games, which means like board game type games. Like a board game style or a tabletop style. 5 game assets, 4 soundtracks, and 2 books included in it. And some of the games I already own, and some of those games, hey, guess what? $10. Arcade Spirits, the first Arcade Spirits, that's worth $10 right there. Hyper Gun Sport, I'd say that's worth $10. That's volleyball with guns. That game rules. That's definitely worth like $10 just on its own. Beam Saber, which I have nothing. It's a TTRPG about pilots and their massive war machines. Hell yeah! I don't know how much that's worth, but that seems cool as hell. Growth, I played that. This is the other Growth, not the Growth that I played this month. The other one, the one about words and how words hurt. The cool using your words game. Is in there. There's a bunch of stuff. There's another tabletop game called Age Range Altered Creature Heroes. It is clearly a pastiche of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is that system any good? I have no fucking idea. But it's included in it. So I would say check that out. I love that someone made a Age Range Altered Creature Heroes. That's good. But yeah, Games for Gaza's out there doing its thing. That might be cool. Let's see. Any other gaming news? No, I think that's it. Oh, we'll talk about video games, later and what people are playing. I haven't bought Alan Wake 2. My money is going towards other things at the moment. I do like Alan Wake quite a bit, but I also heard that maybe my rig isn't going to be great for Alan Wake 2, so I'm kind of waiting to see if there will be some, patches that make it good or some people doing some work in the community to make that a bit easier for lower end machines. I don't have a low end machine, but I have a lower end machine, so who knows if that'll work out. But I do want to play it. I certainly do. But I think, I just think right now we're kind of hitting that era where games are being optimized for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, and PC gamers are you know, so with older PCs that were getting by because games also had to run on the PS4 are now in a bit of a trouble, bit more trouble. Let's see. Let's see. Any wrestling news I want to talk about? I don't know. The match has already happened tonight on Collision, but to go along with Spooky Season, Abaddon, a non-binary wrestler, has challenged on Collision, which I have not watched yet because I watched the West Coast replay of Collision. Abaddon challenged Shida for the Women's World Title on AEW. That rules. Obviously, it's Spooky Season. I would love it if Abaddon got booked outside of fucking Halloween. But it's cool that Abaddon won a four-way fight on Rampage, giving Abaddon a chance, having a non-binary wrestler there in the main event, or not the main event, but a big quality match like that rules. I hope that I hope the match is cool. I do know that Hikaru Shida showed up for the match dressed as Jill Valentine because she is a big Shida is a big Biohazard / Resident Evil fan, and also Abaddon is like a zombie ish character, so makes sense. That's just fun because it's it's the season, as you may have guessed by what I've got going on. 'Tis the season for this kind of stuff. All right, we have a one piece of the this part left. We got some shoulders to put on. We got to put on this backpack part. I'm sorry. There's armor that goes on the shield that can also go on the shoulders. It can snap onto the shoulders, but we'll probably keep it on the shield. The backpack has stickers. That's such a weird thing. The backpack has stickers, but it does. Backpack's got every part of this kit has stickers just about. The hands have stickers. Every part of this kit has some kind of sticker on it. It's an SD EX-Standard. I was not surprised to know that even the backpack had it. All right, so the middle piece here is 21 or 7. So 7 is just black. 21 has some cool, vibrant color. We're always going with the cool, vibrant color over just the straight black. Whoops. Where'd it go? There it is. Any other wrestling news? There's going to be two women's matches on next week's Crown Jewel. I will not be watching Crown Jewel on Saturday afternoon because I do not watch these shows that emanate from Saudi Arabia. We'll probably talk about it on Monday or Thursday. We'll talk about the cards because I do like to think about those cards. But there will be 2 women's matches set there, which is more than the sometimes only one, which is also one of those matches I believe involves 5 women. And it's one of those things where like all of it sucks, all parts of it suck. But the idea that for women in Saudi Arabia who might be wrestling fans to have some appreciation of that, that is still cool. Do I wish that WWE would fucking stop it? Yes, I do wish that. It is sickening, but it seems to be a thing that is happening. Even if it is a guaranteed thing, I still don't like it, and I wish that it wasn't happening. I don't have any control over that. Mark Briscoe's back from injury. We love to see that. We love to hear that. I'm glad Mark is back. I hope that Mark... It would be weird if Mark got a title shot, because Mark was supposed to have a title shot. I think it would be weird. Eddie Kingston versus Mark Briscoe. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing, but I don't know. It'd also be fun if that's Eddie Kingston needs backup because he's dealing with a bunch of dumb bullshit right now. So it would be funny if that was the backup that he got was from Mark Briscoe. I wouldn't hate that. Gonna try to get this. This sticker just has to like wrap around. I'm probably not doing this perfect, but it's okay. I bet there's a better way to do this. These are these are supposed to be the beam sabers in the back, but then I'm going to have one of the beam sabers in its hand, so that's weird. Whatever. I could probably be very painstaking with these stickers to get this on just right to make it feel real good, but I'm not too concerned about these little stickers that live on the back of this kit and whether or not it looks perfect. That actually looks better. All right. Put on that on there. And then we still have the shields, but we can also just real quick pull out this gun here. Very thin gun. I don't know why this is so thin, but it is. Got the weapons there. And then we got the unfortunately all one piece beam. I wish this was two colors. Kind of annoying that it's not. What are you going to do? Now we do have the shield to build. That is the last actual thing on this kit. Then we can put it all together because the shield has some of these stickers. And then also there's little parts that go on the shield that can go on the sides of the kit. I'll take one photo of this like this because I'm going to take two photos. One with that and then one with the shield as well. So let me just take one photo here of this thing. And then we'll take a pause for the cause and talk about ways you can support the channel and all that good stuff. We'll do that in a minute here. There. And booyah. Photo. One photo done. All right. Oh. Okay. Now is the part of the stream where I'm going to talk to you, friends, yes, you, about ways you can support the channel and what I do here. Everything I'm about to talk to you about is optional. You don't have to do any of these things. If you would like to do them, that would be great. But these are just optional. These are just ways to support what I do here. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber to the old Build With Baer Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through cash, money, or your token, your Prime Game token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, like Jam did, you can do that. You can also gift a sub if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you could. You could join the gift sub leaderboard. We're almost at the end of the month, but if you want to do that, you could. Because gifting a sub is the easiest way to support people here that don't already have an account. You get cool emotes. You don't see ads, and the Twitch ads are just bottom of the barrel. So you're saving yourself so much effort of frustration. You don't get interrupted during the stream. Consider becoming a subscriber. It would very much help me out. There are other ways to support me. You could join my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on Patreon, there's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Today, I posted a Q&A video for all levels of Patreon. So everybody from the 1 up the way to the 10 got a cool video where I answered questions. It's the only exclusive content I do anywhere is for that Patreon because it's nice to have one little thing that's just for them. So, yeah, take a look at that. See if there's something there. I got a YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatBear. You can jump in on my YouTube channel if you would like. Subscribing to my YouTube is free. Please subscribe to my YouTube. I post videos every other Monday and every Wednesday over there, and I would love it for you to check it out. Also, while you're there, you can consider becoming a member. Membership is $2 a month, and you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday, so you get it before everybody else. Consider jumping in on old Patreon or the YouTube. Those are monthly ways to support me, but you could also do a one-time donation. If you're just like, Pat, here you go, make it work, have fun. Here is some amount of money to your coffee or your PayPal or your Stream Elements. Here's a tip. that would be great, because that means that I could take that money and put it towards model kits, because everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me financially out, or if you want to go through my Patreon or my Twitch, it all goes into a fund, and I use that money to buy model kits. I bought this little friend, our Aerial SD EX-Standard. I bought with your generous support. Past you helped out present me. The next kit that I'm going to be building, both the knockoff Lego I'm building on Monday and the kit will probably start tonight, which is right over here. I'll just give you a little bit of a tease of some of the lovely color involved in this, of this Dom. I bought that with money because it came in from y'all. So thank you very much, anybody that's a member at any location, any way. That's very kind of you. Now, I know what I'm building next. If you want to decide what I build after that, if you want to decide that something should jump the queue and becomes the next thing that I build, and not the cool stuff that I've been working on, well, you could go to my Amazon wish list and you could just buy something from my wish list. It'll jump the queue, become the next thing I build, and make a dedicated video on YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff on my Amazon wish list. I've got model kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, stuff that's never on sale, stuff that seems to be on sale all the time, old kits, new stuff, a bunch of different things. Some of the only kits left from Mercury that I haven't built yet. A bunch of different things that I'd be happy to work on if you want to pick them up. And at the bottom of this list is, of course, some gear, because maybe you just want to support, maybe you want me to have a better capture card so I could do more with it than just capture this overhead camera. I could use it for other things as well. Or if you want to buy like a gift card, or I don't know, maybe you want to spend a bunch of money and buy me a better router, because my router right now isn't great. And you could buy a better version of the router that I have, a future one that would lead me into the future and be great. You could do that. You don't have to do that. You could do that. You don't have to do that. But yeah, that's one way to support me, is to buy something from my wish list. Hey, hit the follow button. I'll just say this right now. If you're not a subscriber here, if you just jumped in, hit that follow button. I'm trying to get to 2,000 followers. I'm at 1991, which is a cool looking number. But I am 9 followers away from 2,000 followers, which doesn't unlock anything. I just think it would be cool. Should mention that more often. I have a Throne wish list. That is my alternative to an Amazon wish list. Maybe you can see something there in Throne that you would be interested in picking up for me. It's a smaller, more curated list over there. Then there's also USA Gundam Store, the most convoluted way to support me. Go to USA Gundam Store. Buy a gift card there. They send you an email with the gift card code. You then send me a DM, because my DMs are open on Twitter, or a whisper here on Twitch with that gift card code. And I use that gift card code to buy stuff from USA Gundam Store. And then it ships to me, and I built it. I don't know. That's a thing you could do if you wanted to. Let's see. If you want to support me and not spend any money, I got a Discord. You can join my Discord if you wanted to. It's a cool time. It's a good little place. Jump in on the old Discord for conversation and hanging out. I post build photos at the end of every stream. And people post stuff they're working on, and it's nice. Here are some video links that I would like you to know about. This week, I put up a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club. You still have time before Halloween. If you want to get spooky, but you do not want to be scared, you want to get in the holiday spirit, no spooks, no scares, only vibes, take a look at Pat Bear's Anime Club for some anime that will be good. There'll be 2 that are very easy for you to find, and 1 that you will have to do some work on your own to track down. But all fun anime for you to watch. And then there's Baerly Rehearsed, an ongoing video series where I write and then perform a piece of comedy with some amount of rehearsal. This week's video is based on a true story that does in fact involve these very ears. Now, it's been changed a little bit for comedic purposes, but the truth of the matter is, this video is based on a real thing that happened, where I went to get on a Zoom call and put my headphones on without remembering that I had these on because of the video that I recorded for Monday, Pat Bear's Anime Club, where I wear these. That literally happened to me this weekend. It was a Sunday for a Zoom call. Thankfully, that Zoom call was my D&D group, not a meeting on Monday or something. So I put those on, and people were like, "Oh yeah, Halloween," and I was like, "That's next weekend." I was like, "Yeah." Oh shit, what? And I was like, "Oh yeah," because I didn't even recognize it. So that literally happened to me, and then I wrote a comedy piece that is not that exact moment, but something very similar. I expanded it out and used it in comedy. So watch it. It's funny and it's pretty short. And even if you know the punchline, it's still funny. I was trying not to say what the punchline was, but now I will because it didn't perform well. I'll say that. The view numbers on that video are less than my normal. So please check out that Baerly Rehearsed because I would like you to. All right, I got some anime to talk about here. Before we can talk about this anime, I am required to drink some water. I actually really fucking need to because it's very hot. It got warm again. It's going to get cold next week, but around here in South Carolina, it's fucking warm, y'all. So I need to drink some water, and then we'll go back to the overhead, finish up this kit, and then get started on another one. And we're going to do that dramatically right now. All right. Let's put stickers on a shield. And while I put some stickers on a shield, I want to tell you about some anime that I've been watching. We got an episode of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, and we got an episode of My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned an S-Rank Adventurer, which I was supposed to talk about on Thursday and didn't get around to watching the episode, so then I watched it for today, which is great. Yes, I also watched Spy Family, and I'm now caught up on Spy Family, and it's still very good. There's still some good shenanigans in Spy Family, but I'm not covering that episode per episode because it's so far into season 2. Didn't feel like doing that, but I will talk about it in the future. At the end of the year. This season is lots of returning shows that are very good. There's some good new shows, but a lot's return. One of those new good shows is Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. So, big picture, Frieren is a mage. She is an elf. She helped defeat the Demon Lord years and years and years ago. She is now on a journey to go back to the Demon Continent, specifically so that she can communicate with Himmel, the human hero that helped defeat the Demon Lord. She has heard that if she goes to this particular area, she can communicate with the dead, and she wants to go and talk to them. So she's on this journey, and they are in a town where there were some demons, and they went to go attack those demons. It turns out those demons were there on a peacekeeping mission. They're trying to make trying to make peace, and so Frieren, for getting involved in these peace talks, got put in jail. She knows this is an obvious, 100% obvious plot. This is not a thing. So anyway, she's there knowing things are going to go bad. One of the representatives of the demons that's there to negotiate peace, which is obviously fake, goes to attack her because he wants to eliminate any possible threat. And she's like, I just need you to understand, a lot has changed. I'm way stronger than you and the demon that you work for. This is not going to work out. That demon Drought ignores her warning and attacks her, and then she just immediately kills him and then escapes. And she's like, okay, now I gotta go fucking deal with this shit. The city's boss Grant becomes suspicious about one of the demons. He's human. Demons leaving, and confronts Lugner, who is a high-ranking demon, and is pulling off this plot, and kind of just confronts him. It's just hey, what's going on here? And the guy's like, shit. All right, well, actually, yeah, all right, our plot's been thwarted. They figured out that we're here to do some stuff. I'm just going to take him hostage, and I'm going to make him disable the city's barrier. That's the whole plot. The whole point of this is, all of this is to disable the city's barrier so that the demons can attack the humans who are unaware that they are about to get attacked by demons. Um, Meanwhile, Fern and Stark are like, all right, well, we got to go talk to this guy because, like, this is obviously not going to work out. Even though our partner got jailed, we'll go deal with this. Um, and they meet Frieren on the way, and they run into Lugner, and then Frieren's like, hey, you know what? You, Stark, Fern, work together, defeat that demon. I believe in you. You're strong enough to do it. I got to go do other stuff. So then she's going to go take care of Aura. Aura is the main demon in charge of the army. They're outside the city. And Fern and Stark have a fight. And they are fighting against Lugner. It's a good fight. The animation in this series is pretty damn top notch. Looks really good. They fight, and then they basically realize, like, okay, we seriously wounded him, but also the human guy who's in charge of the city is also wounded. Let's just escape with him. So they don't actually get the job done, but they do manage to at least rescue the guy. So, not perfect, but this is their first time fighting a demon, without Frieren around. Meanwhile, Lugner, who is hurt, is just like, oh, fuck. I remember the name of that elf that was in that, oh shit. Her nickname was the Slayer because she was very good at killing demons. She was excellent at killing demons. Oh no. Because she killed, apparently, our Goofy loves weird spells, falls for traps in dungeons all the time. Goofball, Frieren, is known to have the world record for the most demons killed. Basically. So, he's like, shit. I forgot about that part. But it's too late there. Because outside the city, Frieren confronts Aura face to face. And then we're going to have them fight. This episode had more action than most. And also the pacing was a lot quicker than most episodes of it. So if you have been watching the show and felt like it was a little too slow for your liking, this sped things up. Now, me, personally, I like it slow. This is a lovely, wonderful series that's going on for a very long time. It's a nice, slow-paced adventure. There's some action, but there's a lot of other goofy, silly stuff in it as well, which is great. Honestly, until I watched the anime, I had forgotten, because it's been so long, why the whole journey was happening. And it took me watching the anime to go, oh yeah, that's right, because it's been so long. But yeah, episode was great. Great action, fast-paced. The best, I'll say it, the best new show this season is Frieren, hands down. It's gorgeous, lovely story, great animation, solid-ass fight scenes. It's totally worth your time, I would say. All right, and with that, I have basically completed this kit. I just have to put on one other piece here so the shield can be held, and then we will call it a stream. I'll panel line this shield too. We won't call it a stream. Sorry, that was the wrong word. We will call this a build, and then we will work on the next thing. We're not done with the stream yet. I misspoke there, and I apologize for misspeaking. What else was I going to say? My daughter left the nest and returned an S-Rank Adventurer is the other anime that I have been watching. This episode was fun. So, we kind of follow more. This is a series about a dude that lost his leg fighting an unusual monster. He retired from being an adventurer. He found a girl in the woods. He raised that girl. She became an S-Rank Adventurer, and all she wants to do is have her dad be proud of her and spend time with her dad, but she can't because there's all kinds of shenanigans, like the remnants of the Demon Lord being resummoned. There's a cult out there called the Cult of Solomon that's doing some nonsense stuff, and everybody's busy, and she's busy all the time, and she doesn't get to see her dad as much as she'd like. And also there's like a whole family where the oldest wants the guy to marry her or work for her, even though he's retired, and it's a whole fucking thing. There's a lot going on. In this episode, we have two of the cultists of Solomon, Byaku and the Saintess. We only know her as Saintess. She's a young lady. They are conning people for money. Basically, they speak out against nobles to try to raise funds for their cult, but they're hiding who they are. Some of the other S-Rank adventurers show up and they teleport away. And we will see more of them later. Belgrieve is asked to deliver a letter to Helvetica concerning repairs to the roads. And Angeline, the daughter, is like, all right, well, you also have to visit people while you're doing it. So he agrees. And then he runs into the Saintess. And that girl. So our guy runs into this young girl. He realizes by what she's wearing that she's a member of, she's a cultist of Solomon, but that is also called the Vienna cult. And he kind of just immediately is just like, oh, shit, all right. But he doesn't do anything about it. He visits Helvetica, and Angeline is there in case Helvetica tries to get Belgrieve to marry her again. That shenanigans happens. And here's the problem. There is a count who is currently... now we got in some shenanigans here. There's a count. He's keeping workers basically from leaving to go work in other places, which is stopping the work from happening. It's a whole different issues there. And then... so we're hearing about all of this, and there's some problems here because he's definitely trying to take over this and doesn't respect the new leader of the family after her father died, and it's all shenanigans all the way down. Lots of shit's going down with this one. Even though he's not interested in dating, Angeline is insisting that Helvetica isn't a good choice to be her next mother. Her only mother ever, but he's like, I'm not trying to date her. So shenanigans. There is a swordsman named Ash, and Ash is very dismissive of Belgrieve's swordsmanship, which is clearly a mistake. But he's just like, yeah, no, I'm great. So then Sasha, the girl that was saved by Belgrieve's daughter, insists that they have a duel. Meanwhile, the shitty Count Malta has decided to attack and seize power from Helvetica. And Bakuya, who is that guy that was helping out the Saintess, is like, you should just wait. Just wait. So obviously the cult is involved. He's like, you should wait until Belgrieve, and there's an S-rank adventurer there. Just wait. But he's like, no, I'm not going to wait. Which, like I said, very good advice. She's an S-rank adventurer. Wait for her to leave. Anyway, we're going to see Belgrieve be cool and fight Ash, I guess, and then there'll be some shenanigans. The action wasn't really there. It was a lot of setup for action, so we didn't have a lot of action in this episode, and we also didn't have a lot of, goofiness between father and daughter. It was mostly just conversation and adding in some new characters. And you know what? That's important. They can't all be bangers. This episode wasn't necessarily a banger, but it was still all right. All right, we're done with this kit. The Gundam Aerial SD EX-Standard is done. I can put a pin in this one. I can take a photo of this, and then we're good here. Put a knife in it figuratively, indeed. So, what's going to happen in the rest of the stream? Normally, we'd start a new kit, and we'll talk about the new kit, the kit that will be on deck. But here's the thing. Because of the Halloween stream, I can't, in good conscience, I don't want to start this kit for like a second, and then we just stop it, right? So, I'll talk about the next kit, and then we'll start looking at the fake Lego set that I'm going to be building on Monday, and that'll be the rest of the stream. Lord Crashton asks, how would you rate this kit? I would rate this kit, I would rate this kit at 8 out of 10. It looks rad as hell. The kit that I just finished here looks rad. It looks really cool. It is simple enough to put together. Outside of, it's got so many stickers. Now, an EX Standard could be a ton of stickers. I know that coming into it. I knew that was going to be the case. There's just going to be a ton of stickers, and it's going to be real frustrating. I didn't realize how many stickers there would be. The real actual problem about this kit, it's not how many stickers there are. It's not about how much of it percentage-wise is stickers and how small the stickers are. That's not the problem. The actual problem with this kit is that the instruction booklet is too fucking small. I'm going to show you a comparison. I'm going to compare and contrast here. Here is the instruction book from a kit from the year 2000. This is the 17th high grade that has existed. The Dom Tropin. The Dom Tropin number 17 from the year 2000. Here is the... It's bigger than... Like, I have to zoom out for you to see all of it. There. Now you can see the whole thing. It is basically the size of this mat. Here is the instruction book from the year 2023. For 2002 or 2023, let's say. 2022. Obviously, this is an early high grade. It's going to be easy to follow the instructions on. This is a very detailed kit. The instructions are too fucking small for the amount of goddamn stickers that I need on this kit. It is not a fun build because the instructions are not good. If the instructions were bigger or better, or a bigger booklet so that the different steps could be bigger because you just had more pages, that would be great. The thing about this kit that sucks is the booklet. Other parts of this kit, totally okay. Happy to build it. Just zoom in here a little bit more. Whoops. There we go. Happy to work on it. I think the final result is cool. But like I said, I am annoyed about the amount of tiny stickers. I don't like the fact that I would need a magnifying glass to make sense of some of this, or that I had to bring it up to my face. And my eyesight's not the best, but it's not that bad. It's not terrible. Anyway, what's this kit that we're going to be working on? Well, the next thing we'll be working on Thursday will be the Dom Tropin. The Dom Tropin is a Rick Dom. It's got a heat saber and a bazooka, and it's got a big purple friend. It's got a big old clip that fits in the front, which I love. This is a kit from the year 2000. It looks fantastic. It's just got good vibes to it. And I kind of fucking can't wait to work on it. But we can't work on it until Thursday. Because like I said, we've got a knockoff Lego thing to work on after that. But I can just kind of start sorting some stuff together here. Again, this is a kit from the year 2000. You know that the Dom, I think, is an earlier number because this has a lot of parts for the Dom and then some new parts. A good indication from this era that a kit has parts that, let's say that's a D and that's also D. A good indication that this is not like, this is like, oh, we took a kit and then we added more parts to it is it has two C's. It has C and C1. This is C and C1. So this is part of the Dom, and this is the like new stuff that got added. So this is the most recent stuff on this kit. It's still from the year 2000, and this is also from the year 2000. But the Dom, so it came out probably early and late in 2000, where it was like, hey, let's take the original and add some new parts to it, and we'll change it up. And that is traditionally how a lot of this got made at the time. So yeah, there are two C's. There's C and C1. And there's also only two stickers. What a big change. Friends, how cool is that? Just two stickers for this kit that I'll be working on Thursday. And then we do have polycaps. We've got the polycaps from the year 1999, which would be used until the mid-2000s when they started doing different new polycaps for high grades. I think it was like maybe even 2008. Might have been late 2000s when they started doing new polycaps. But for a very long time, that was it as far as bottle caps go. So that's the next thing that we were building in the future, the Dom Tropin. But on Monday, we're working on this set. So let me get that up here, put that down. As you can see, we'll be working on a ghost and a jack-o'-lantern. Lord Crashing wants me to hit the dance button. Sure, I'll hit the dance button. I'm dancing and leaning. Dancing and leaning. We only have a couple more days of that anyway. One thing this kit does have is these little lights, which I don't know how they work yet. I don't know how these lights work, but oh, you press in and they light up some. I got 2 little lights that came in here. Will they show up in instructions? I don't know. I assume that they're meant to go. This meant to go inside the jack-o'-lantern. I don't know if they both go inside the jack-o'-lantern or not. I don't know why they came separately. That might be an afterthought of this kit. This kit also might have originally been these 3 separate, and then they repackaged them as one thing. I've never built anything from Saurita before, so I don't know. But I figured we could open up some stuff here because we have some time left. Also, while I'm doing this. Hey, what are you working on right now? Are you playing any games? You watching anything? Are you doing model kits or Lego sets? Or you crafting anything at home? I'd love to hear from you about what you're all working on. Because I'm just going to kind of take out one of these here. I'll take the jack-o'-lantern out. I don't want to mix and match these things. I think I could easily tell what these are, but I think I will keep them separate for now and only kind of get this first one out here because I want to kind of take a look at this. But I want to hear from you. For me, oh God, this is just one page. Oh, okay. So, I think I can press down on the ghost on the jack-o'-lantern and that will turn on the light maybe? I don't know. Cause there's a mech. These are supposed to connect. The jack-o'-lantern is going to connect with the ghost. So maybe you want to start with the ghost. I don't know. Cause they're connected, but we can probably start with jack-o'-lantern cause I took it out. For me, I'm playing Hearthstone. You know me. I got some games going in there. I am now at the point I went in and did some stuff in Persona 4 Golden with mods, so I'm ready for Tuesday. I'm now fully ready for Tuesday. I maxed out my relationship with Marie. I maxed out, I think I have one more hangout. I maxed out my relationship with Yuki, friendship, with Marie, friendship. I went on a date in the festival with the girl, Chie. We also hung out at night, and she talked about having how cool it is to have a boyfriend, which was fun because that's new stuff. I went to the beach. No, I went to Hot Spring and hung out with my boy. I had fucked up real bad. And Kanji, I just kept skipping the person I needed to talk to unlock the ability to hang out with Kanji. I'm now hanging out with Kanji, which is cool. So Kanji and I are now tight, and we're hanging out, which is very cool. But yeah, I met the old lady. I am now friends with an old lady who refers to herself as Death. We got to help out that old lady. So we're going to hang out with her. I have advanced my relationship a bit with the nurse. We're now hanging out with the nurse more. And then we are set up to save Naoto from her terrible dungeon. And of course, while we do that, we will all be dressed in Halloween costumes, which are good. And I think that's it for Persona 4 Golden with mods. Got some new mods. They're all helpful. None of them are as silly as the cat emoji replacing the dots, the periods, but some of them are good, so at least we have that. Kanji just dealing with issues of being good at sewing and stuff the guys aren't supposed to be good at. Yeah, I mean, that's Kanji's thing. Kanji and I haven't really hung out much. But that is his story. Is Kanji needs to get better. I do think that I have to hang out either tutor or I need to get a certain point. There's a point in Kanji's conversations where I think I need to do something else. It might just be, I might be getting that confused where with somebody else, but I can't remember. But I do want to help out Kanji because he's just a confused guy. I mean, the real thing is Kanji has a crush on a guy, and he doesn't know how to process that. Now, it turns out Naoto is posing as a guy and is a girl, but also maybe is trans, but also in the game is not trans, is just gender confused. But anyway, Naoto's gender confusion causes sexual confusion within Kanji, and it doesn't, I don't think it gets resolved. Although implications in the ending credits of Persona 4 Golden is that Kanji stops bleaching his hair and probably is dating Rise, which is the most, I'm afraid of my own thoughts on sexuality. I'm going to date the former idol. I'm a man. And also I'm going to be a nerd and have glasses and be a respectful member of community. It's like, all right. It's a whole, Persona 4 is not great, and Persona 4 Golden doesn't make it better, is what I'll say. Dirty says, finishing up the final DLC for Spider-Man Remastered. Nice. Moonjon started the first Star Ocean First Departure remake. You're still watching Tenchi Muyo and Demon Slayer. Hell yeah. You're trying to figure out what model kit to build next. You think you're finally going to do the MG Death Knight Scythe Hell. Hell yeah. Yes, please. Please work on a Death Scythe. It's always good to work on a Death Scythe. Lord Crashes says, I've been watching a lot more My Hero Academia, and I'm at school festival after a rough bit fighting to save a girl named Eri from the bad guys. Oh, God. Yes. So it's nice to see them get normal school kids again for a bit. The school festival has an insert song that is better than most anime. The class song in the school festival is better than most anime openings and closings. It's really good. It's very good. That whole little mini arc is great of them working towards the performance. It's good bits of business, and a character that doesn't get enough love in the show gets to do some fun stuff around that time. Lashbrook watched Pluto today, and I get why people are excited. That show ruled. Haven't seen it. Don't have Netflix right now. Lashbrook has been trying to catch up on Control before Alan Wake 2. Hell yeah. Control rules, and Control's DLC is great. Lord Crasher says, the Kanji definitely has an attitude that Rise would be into. Yeah, tough guy Kanji definitely speaks to Rise's interest in the bad boy. Because Rise does say, oh, also, the King's game happened. I skipped through it. I fast forwarded through the King's game. The weirdest part of the people who are in the atmosphere of being drunk but have not drank anything part. I skipped through all of that. Oh my God, these feel so bad. Oh man. These might feel the worst of anyone that I have worked on, friends. These knockoff bricks might feel worse than the Mold King and the other one, the Ufoi. I've saved it. I actually, look, one, I think the Mold King AE86 is good. I think that's actually a good thing, even if it isn't great. The other thing, the other one, the Ufoi Back to the Future DeLorean, that's a bad kit. That was not a good build. It doesn't look particularly excellent. It's a kind of a messy build. It's not great, but I saved them. Well, the main reason I save them is I don't want to accidentally mix these up with real Lego, which I donate when I fill a big cardboard box and send them out. So I don't want to mix these in because these are, not real. But yeah, these feel bad. I wonder, will the brick separator separate bricks? If I take this, I put these like this, will the real brick separator work? Because the Ufoi one came with a fake brick separator. All right, the real brick separator will separate these bricks, so that's good to know. I figured they would, but you never know. Kanji does gain some confidence in himself later. You're totally right. Um, you're not wrong. But yeah, you can go in Persona 4 Golden. A thing I never really did is you can go and you can hang out with people at night. You can check if you don't have anything to do at night. You can go into the shopping district and see if any of your friends are hanging out, and it will boost your. It won't get you to the next level because those are daytime activities, but it will get you closer to moving up you're maxing out your hangout stuff. So that's worth it. I haven't. I've been enjoying it, kind of speeding through some stuff, cheating my way through finishing quests. I hung out with Funky Student, and I solved Funky Student's many quiz questions. So I did that. I think I've done everything. I had a guide out now because I'm trying to make sure that I hit everything I need to hit. Patting the mysterious fox on the head when applicable. Just fun stuff. Kanji in the photo at the end of the game is Chef's Kiss. I disagree. I think post-credits Kanji, post-credits, where are they now? When you come back, you go back to the big city and you come back to hang out with your friends and essentially one of your many girlfriends if you went there that way. And you come back and see everyone and Kanji looks different and Kanji is different. And I do not like that Kanji. That is not canon Kanji to me. That is non-canon Kanji. Fucking not dyed hair, glasses, respectful member of the community Kanji. It's I don't care if he communicates with people better and understands himself better. I still don't like the idea that he's not a dude that solves his problems by being real gung-ho about them first. I don't know. To me, that's not Kanji. I'm just getting this stuff prepped, make my life easier on Monday for this. Yeah, all of this feels bad. All of these pieces feel like they weigh nothing. They got no heft to them. Not these parts, but these feel like I've never broken one of these. These feel like I could break them. They feel like the UFOI pieces. They're as bad as the UFOI ones. It's so funny that I now have opinions on these. If you're going to buy some knockoff Lego, you want to get Mold King. That's the way to go. I've only built one thing for Mold King, but Mold King is so much better than all of these other ones. It's like night and day how much, they're not Lego, but they're closer to Lego than this shit is. Does Kanji's weapon stay wrestling themed? I knew he starts with a chair. He just has non-traditional weapons. I can't remember all of Kanji's weapons, but it's not necessarily that they're wrestling themed. It's that they're just non-traditional. What you could grab and use as a weapon is kind of Kanji's thing. Let's see. His best weapon is. Yeah, he has a big plate that he uses at one point. The Frieren plate, because it increases his electric damage. So yeah, I would say that he, yeah, his best weapon. Yeah, his weapons are all let's see, Kanji weapons, Persona 4. Persona 4. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so he has a ton of weird weapons. Yeah. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily stay weapon themed. Let's see. I'm looking at his weapon list here. Because, Chie, all her stuff are boots. She has different things. Yosuke's is daggers, although sometimes he has a couple goofy ones that aren't really daggers. Uh, Yukiko has different fans. Kanji has like plates and shields. So he's got the chair. He has a obviously how can I forget that you can buy for him you can buy at the metal shop a desk, one of the desks from school. He just used the desk. He's got a bunch of plates. He's got a lid to some shields. Yeah, and that's basically most of what he has. Oh, is there a Doulahan? Ooh, I didn't know that. He's got like a head that he can use. I did not know that he had like a head there. All right, that's fun. Teddy has claw weapons. Naoto has guns. Her best gun is called Black Hole, and it's a big gun you get from the Reaper. And the weapon you can buy at Metalworks for her is called the Peacemaker, because of course it is. And there's a bunch of armor. But yeah, everyone's just got their themes. Unfortunately, no barbed wire. No, I don't believe he has a barbed wire at any point. But yeah, there's a steel plate. As far as I know, people have not modded. People might have modded in weapons, but I don't believe they have. I haven't seen it anyway. I should check to see if there are any new mods that I can add. Let's see. And the cut-ins. My favorite new mod, I'll talk all about them when we get there. My favorite new mod is Persona 4, the animated cut-ins. When you do a ultimate move, like a very effective move, the cut-ins were still frames, and now it's the animated ones from the anime, the Persona 4 anime. And it just adds a little bit. It looks like it should be in there. The Blue Shark. Oh yeah. That Blue Shark Kid Bandit used. I thought you meant like a barbed wire, like bat or something. No. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap up there because I'm just kind of like fucking dicking around here. Because I thought that build was going to take the rest of the full stream, and it only took most of the stream. But so I'm going to build a jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to build now this jack-o'-lantern does not seem to have, nowhere in this jack-o'-lantern is this piece. And there's no instructions about how to use them. So I have no idea. It might be in one of the other ones, but it is not included here because I would like to see this light up, but as far as I can tell, none of the instructions involve putting that in there. So I guess after the fact we can, oh no, I'm sorry, it is in there. That's my fault. It is in there. There is a piece that fits in here. This fits in there. And then, yeah. And now that's just stuck on. So I did something wrong there. Oh, there it goes. It's off. I'll have to figure out which piece it goes. Okay, I'm sorry. That is in there. There is a piece that goes in there. And then this fits in, but it is not explained properly to me. It says it goes in and then it turns, but how that turns, I don't know. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, everybody. Seems like it goes like that, and it goes like that again, and then you can press in and turn it off. But too fast at building. That's what they say. Lord Grasham says, I've been playing more Spider-Man 2 as Kraven becomes more of a thing. They have a cool crime experience where the other Spider-Man came in to help and then did the pointing finger Spider-Man meme at the end. That was fun. I'm glad they did the meme. Of course, they should do the meme, but I'm glad they did. I don't know how this works. I don't know why I press it and it doesn't come out sometimes, and then sometimes it does. It says that you can turn it. But I don't know how that, I don't know. Anyway, I have to get this to turn off, and I don't know how to do that. That's weird. I have to now figure out how to turn this off. I think you have to turn it and it pops out, but oh, no, no. There we go. That turned it off. I don't know how, I don't properly understand how that works, but whatever. We'll figure it out later. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like it's completely encapsulated. So you just turn it on and then leave it on. I thought for sure there was like a mechanism to turn them on and off, but whatever. Whatever, everybody. We'll figure this out later. This is future Pat's problem. Like I said, I'm going to go raid. We're going to go hang out with somebody else doing some cool shit. I'm not going to leave you here on your lonesome. We'll go find somebody doing some cool shit and go hang out with them. So hold on while I get ready there. As John says, we always end with a raid. We're always going to find some people doing cool stuff. So let's see who is streaming right now that we want to go hang out with. Oh, LLR had their show. That makes sense. It's the end of the month. Of course they would have their show. But they're probably going to wrap up soon. How long has my friend Liz been streaming? Liz has been streaming for 7 hours. We're not rating Liz because I don't know how much longer Liz is going to go. But Liz has been streaming for 7 hours, and that's too many hours. Oh, hey. Our friend Xandra, who has not streamed in a while at night, Xandra, maker of all my cool emotes, is playing Super Mario Wonder, which is awesome. So let's go hang out with Xandra as Xandra plays Super Mario Wonder. Raid. So feel free to come along this raid. Xandra made all my emotes and is a lovely person and with a great fucking community, and you will enjoy hanging out with her. My next stream will be Monday. I will be working on this stuff, this knockoff Lego. We're going to make 3 things. It's going to be real fun. I hope you come and hang out for that. I want to thank you for spending some of your time with me here tonight on the old Build With Baer. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.